he's a little uptight, but maybe I can convince him to let me in on somebody who's an expert at these kinds of things. At the end
Ideally,
and
you
such.
have identified it correctly because enchantments are dealt with very differently from the undead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I was about to go ask. By the friend, I mean Fenrirloff, and by Fenrirloff friends, I mean he has a lot of contacts, so that's where I would start. There's probably an expert somewhere in the necromancers.
Was anyone able to detect any magic in the vicinity?
I hold up my two hands like, and I shake them in the air like, nope.
Devil's Advocate?
The DA duo didn't cast any magic because we were trying to be on our best behavior. However, I do believe that the DA duo they're pretty good with their work. I'll investigate further into him as per your request. So no need to worry about that. They'll definitely find out if there's any magic involved. And I've also somehow got an appointment with Master Galloway tomorrow, and I don't think he's going to let me in on any of Sir Ulrich's conditions because of patient-doctor confidentiality. However, I thought it was like a good try at the very least, so I wanted to ask him about it. Could that maybe be useful?
Confidentiality may be an issue, but maybe if you could get some form of legal authority into it.
Uh-huh.
The law takes precedence.
See, I guess I'm gonna be asking Fen for a lot of favors.
You may not have time to do everything, though. Think very carefully. Also, do you think it's more likely that he's enchanted or undead?
Honestly, he doesn't look alive. Like in your memory of him, was he like did he have sun bleached skin?
He could be unwell, he could be ensorcelled. I didn't get a chance to be with him in person.
Yes, because it was the servants. My gut feeling is telling me he's just not alive. He drank Christina. Like I put my hand on her hand. He drank this much, and I like stretch my arms out as wide as he can go. He drank like this much, this many cups of wine, and he wasn't the least bit tipsy, drunk, or he was straight of mind.
I see. In that case,
something's going on with his body. His
I will
system.
ask one of the servants to run down to the temple district and see if they can purchase some holy water just in case.
All right. I think that would be a.
And Erevan, tell your friends they did good work at the very least. And here's a bit of a forward payment to
get things going along. I got it.
She passes you 50 gold pieces to be given to the DA or distributed however the DA sees fit.
All right. I'll make sure it gets to them, love. Well, do you need me for anything else today? I can wait on your hand and foot, but I do have things that I think the team needs me for today.
I thank you for accompanying me, Erevan, but yes, I will rest well today knowing that you are taking care of me and that at least one matter has been looked into.
All right. Well then, I'll be taking my leave then. Please rest well, Christina.
A servant passes you the pouch on the way out.
All right. I take the pouch and I keep it snug and tug in my clothes. Am I still dressed like a noble? Like, am I still dressed well? if you're, I can't hear anything.
If you choose to, you can choose to change back to normal clothing or whatever.
I'll keep the formal clothes on.
Okay.
But I'll take like my cloak and like wear it over. And then I'll head out and head over to the DA where hopefully somebody's there.
All right. Now I can move on to the others.
Yep.
Okay, I shall go first.
What happened after we finished the museum thing?
Okay, after the museum, Benrilos went to make his report with the black heart thing, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the devil's advocate, is that correct, or is there a change in
Yes,
plan?
I think that was the plan, that we'd go back to the devil's advocate and like rest. I think because the folk were injured.
Is there any changes? Are you all heading to the devil's advocate except for Fenrir?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Okay. Red, as you're heading back, reports to you through the telepathic link.
Mm-hmm.
Typhus apparently is walking through the craftsman's district. He seems to have relaxed a bit more now on his way to the commons craftsman's district, because the alternative is the temple, which he seems to avoid.
All right.
He walks through the craftsman's district, his head bobbing up and down as he's like munching with some snack and noting the buildings and the conditions. And as he's doing so, zooms onto a particular person who seems to be also staring back.
Oh, who this? Do I recognize this person?
You do not, as in the man himself is a bit, he's unarmed, himself a bit haggard, his hair is all unruly and messy and long and reputable sort as he's like,
Okay,
like brushing his way through the street, like not really caring whether he like pushes anyone aside as he's moving forward.
Is he moving in the direction of
He's
Typhus?
moving the opposite direction, actually, like, passing Typhus. But Typhus and him lock eyes, and so does Silas, in the way of someone recognizing a similar sort of patron.
Oh.
He gives
You
Typhus
can tell the raven is a imp.
Typhus.
Ah, okay.
Typhus is backing
All
off.
right.
Hello, just looking at the scenery and off and continues on, seemingly towards the entertainment district. And as he passes by Typhus, Silas can get a view that he's carrying under one arm some kind of a brown wrapped parcel.
I see. I shall note this man's appearance and get the raven. He's probably following like from pretty high up, right?
No, the raven is like sort of perched on Typhus' shoulder.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Okay. When I ask him to discreetly see where that strange man is headed.
Okay.
So after a while, he'll probably like fly vertically up and see if he can track the guy again.
Bye, Raven. Next time.
Yes.
The raven splits from Typhus.
I do ask Silas to track him if he can do it discreetly. He must be undiscernible from any other bird.
To be leaving Typhus alone, is that all right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's mentally inform you that the man doesn't seem to be staring straight at him or whatever, so he can.
Okay, where is he headed?
The crowded, it's a very crowded in the traders district. the man sort of like rudely makes his way over through the crowded streets, over the bridge, and into the entertainment district.
Ah,
And like
okay.
he'd be constantly muttering to himself or something, but Silas is too far away to hear.
Yeah, that's fine. Just note where he's headed. Like the building. I'm assuming he's sort of delivering a parcel, so let's see who this person's delivering it to.
Boss, I think he's headed towards our place.
Huh. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. I guess I'll ask him to see whether he can sort of catch up back to Typhus. Or if he can't, then just head back to our place as well.
Silas has no way to catch up with Typhus now since Silas doesn't know the direction.
Alright, fair enough. Just head back then. Just continue following him, I suppose.
And this happens as you all are leaving the Maritime Museum and like leaving Mr. Willowsby crying there and the ticket seller sort of glaring at the rest of you leaving. So
Okay.
do you
I
wish to
shall
inform the group or
discreetly
anything?
inform Bubbles that my raven has spotted a strange man with a brown parcel heading towards the DA. He will probably be there before we get there.
He's actually moving at about the same pace as you all, so it's your decision as to whether you want to hurry it up.
Oh, we can probably get there before he does if that seems important. Yes, let's do that. Come along, Farlow. How injured is Farlow, by the way?
Pretty.
Ah, unfortunate.
No.
Okay, so is Verilov parting ways with the party or to go off to the?
Yep.
Let us know if you find out anything about that core,
Fair enough, nods.
and then we hustle.
Do you have any means of moving faster than your default speed?
Hustling.
Not I.
Is Fan is kind of hurried, kind of.
Okay. Okay, Farlow is quite visibly injured. As in, funny enough, in the Nobles district, this does not attract too much attention yet because people think like, oh, it's one of those Julius Caesar performances or something.
He's probably gonna hide in his cloak then.
Like, because they haven't seen anyone get assaulted, it's like not like some performances and stuff, you know, getting from place to place. And Red and Bubbles are performers. Okay.
Yeah, I think healing word's fairly discreet because it's just like one word verbal
Well, no one's
component.
exactly like staring at you all right now.
Yes. He's gonna spam his hit dice when he rests.
Besides, like,
Seems good.
besides Red and Bubbles are not appearing panicky or anything, right?
No, we're just
Yeah,
like
so
walking
the
briskly.
passerby see like two calm people and one bloody person. It's like, oh, it's a performance. Okay. 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 You will hustle it.
Yeah.
This I will need a constitution check.
Trouble.
Oh, poor Farlow.
I rolled a 1 and
Oh,
that's so
poor,
sad.
poor cat.
Okay. Red, you start
Ouch.
hustling, whether it's by Silas' knowledge or like the grim feeling in your head. You find the energy to move faster, whereas Bubbles, having expanded her burst of speed, is lagging behind, and Farlow is can't move too fast before like more blood starts coming out or something.
You know, it's quite logical because they're the two that got interrupted at night.
Right, so red is
Shaggy
ahead
will
of the
sleep.
others at the moment.
I will slow down to keep pace with them.
Oh, red will slow
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Like if they're like we're moving as three. Don't want to make
Okay.
them feel
Are
slow.
moving. Make a perception check for Silas, who's still watching after the man and observing. Okay.
Oh, the rules.
So like the man towards the devil's advocate, but along the way he takes several twists and turns as if to shake off pursuers or something.
Highly suspicious.
Well, like Silas manages to keep track, and sometimes he looks over his shoulder, but never upwards to where Silas is, always somewhere around him. He like stops in the alleyway, looking just above him and like holding up one finger.
What is he doing? Holding up a finger.
Yeah.
Like as a rude gesture or
Knowledge nature.
as a rude gesture or can I tell
Knowledge
what he's
nature.
doing?
Warning.
Oh, knowledge nature, okay. Wait, from myself or from Silas?
Either of you can do, but I don't think Silas is very good at it.
No, he is not. He is not at all. Neither am I, apparently. Whatever. He's
Something
just
like-
behaving strangely.
It seems to be something like casting the wind or so, but like
Okay.
things like this, it's a bit hard to tell why that would be important.
I see. Okay.
And he's starting to get near the devil's advocate ahead of you all.
That's fine. I think as long as we can see what he does, that is acceptable. So I'm guessing Silas will report. Oh, he's probably gonna be there in so and so amount of minutes, and then we'll be like, okay, we will probably be there a bit later.
Boss, do you want me to get closer?
No.
Only 60 feet away or so. So if the guy goes inside, Silas won't be able to see what he's doing.
Okay. I think that's fine.
Okay. The disheveled man stands outside the devil's advocate, peeking into the windows. Door. Has there been a lock installed?
Yes, I bought a new lock.
Nice.
It cost a few GP, I think. Can't remember exactly how much it cost, but it's in the PHB. That was one of the things that Red did on that day.
Is it actually locked or just like hanging there?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay. And tries the door and like steps back when he notices there's a lock. Can be seen muttering there and the building. And he traces one finger in a magical pattern that many times.
Ooh.
Magic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that
I don't have it, but
magic.
the others have it.
Okay, it's detect magic. It's the same sort of thing.
It is a non-magical lock.
When he seems, the man seems to be looking around the area. Him satisfies him. He sets the parcel down and starts moving off. Sets the parcel down in front of the door.
Okay. Continue following the guy to see where he's headed to. From a similar distance, of course.
Okay. I'll say you all are about 5 minutes away from Devil's Advocate at the moment.
All right.
The man starts retracing his steps in the same sort of strange twisting pattern, like through the alleyways, through some of the back streets,
Okay.
jumping over a dumpster or two,
I think
moving between the washerwoman's alley.
for just to make it less obvious, I'll ask Silas to wait for him at the where the entertainment district meets the craftsman's district, because I'm predicting that's where he's going to,
Okay.
so that it's
I
less
would just
obvious
say
that
roll
that a
another
bird is
perception check for Silas.
All right.
Okay. This is more by luck than by perception, that Silas is following him as you give the order. The man stops again, his finger in the air as if testing the wind, turns around abruptly, and then a figure seems to self out of the alleyway and grab him.
What happened?
He got grabbed.
Black
Ooh.
figure sort of just like unmeld alleyway and grabs him.
I see. Where is this?
Same alleyway near the washerwoman's?
Still in the entertainment district, or is
About
this
like
in the
a-
craftsman's
about 2
district?
away from Devil's Advocate.
Oh damn. Okay. I guess note
And
where
it-
that spot is.
And it's a figure that Red has seen before.
Ooh.
Oh
Where?
shit!
Captain?
It's a
Oh,
black
Oh,
scaled
nice.
dragonborn
It's my boy.
armor. And like a tall, gangly, the armor mostly seeming to add to its shoulder length than the true breadth of it. It's grabbing onto his shoulder. The man turns around, shocked, and then at the hand, and there seems to be angry words coming from the man, and the dragonborn is giving its own responses. Silas can't hear it at this distance.
Okay.
There seems to be
Um,
an unpleasant conversation going on.
I'll get Silas to shift into an imp to go sort of invisible and then approach slowly.
If anyone and follow are still sort of lagging behind, case with them, you all have arrived at the Devil's Advocate at this point.
Okay.
You can see the door is still locked. Nothing seems to be tampered with, but there's the brown parcel lying there.
Uh-huh.
So it's about, the sort of like parcel size someone might put a coat in or something. Wrapped in
Okay.
brown paper, nothing very spectacular.
still very
Can we check that for magic?
yeah.
One of y'all.
I was gonna do that
No
because
follow.
she's still
I don't think it is.
she's still on edge, so she doesn't trust anything. So can I detect magic? Do we have 10 minutes, or do we want to spell?
Entirely up to you.
Okay, so we're gonna spend 10 minutes.
Yeah, like, we can unlock side. I'll do that. The guy was holding it, so it's probably not proximity
Okay,
triggered.
so Bubbles is going to spend 10 minutes detecting magic. Okay, and unlock the door and realize that nothing inside's been tampered with. Barlow's still injured and all.
Okay.
You're leaving the parcel there.
We'll bring it inside, I suppose.
Bring parcel in.
Like,
Yeah.
do you want to do that before I detect magic?
No, I saw him carrying it. It's probably triggered.
All right.
As long as we
Uh,
don't open it, it should be fine.
Mm.
Red,
Can the
you
ritual continue as she walks?
Red, you lift the parcel. It feels quite light.
It's a small parcel, right? You mean like light for its size?
As in, like
So-
there's not much in it.
Okay, so if like let's say it's a solid item and I were to guess the material, would it be like cardboard or styrofoam?
It feels like there's a box and then there's something very small in it. Something, it doesn't rattle or anything.
Okay. Cool. Let's wait the 10 minutes. In the meantime,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
about you unlock the door and go in. Through his eyes, it shows you that the argument seems to be getting to like pushing and like they're starting to go physical, like pushing each other, and then like the dragonborn's like splattering as he's like being quite animated, and the man is like shouting back as well.
What seems to be the topic of disagreement between these two fine gentlemen?
How close does Silas want to be?
Close enough that he can hear. Like I'm shifting my consciousness over to Silas so I can see and hear through his senses
I'll
as
need
well.
Silas to make a stealth with advantage.
All right, he's pretty good at stealth.
Identify will only find out the magical properties of it, not tell you whether or not there's magic.
Because I don't have detect magic, I just
You can
realized.
identify, but if it turns out there was nothing, then it's just nothing spectacular, I guess.
Okay, is everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, with advantage?
I have
Yeah.
detect magic if you want to spend another 10 minutes.
Can we do it concurrently?
You guys can just do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So that's 12 plus 5. 12 is the higher
Neither
roll.
of the two seem to notice Silas invisibly approaching. Come the argument, and the argument seems to be going from the Black Dragon born is the meeting, were you? And now you're making charity deliveries. How nice.
I like this guy.
And what about you? You have a habit of tailing people, do you? Was it you as night?
Last night? Hello? Are you saying things?
No, it's a
Oh, okay.
Dragonborn continues. What was in that parcel exactly? I have no reason to answer that, but you haven't even answered why you were following me.
What was that? The last bit?
I've no reason to answer you when you haven't even answered why you're following me.
Ooh.
Things are
What does
escalating.
Kabara say? Oh, things are escalating.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see what Kabaras's response is before I step in. Or get Silas to step in, rather.
I don't know what business you make up to in the city with your clandestine operation. But if I make it my business to find out, well, remember who used to man the tree? You're a has-been. Think breath, be gone. Those days are past. Want to find a culprit, investigate the damn girl. Bubbles is about 2 minutes into the identify now. What's Farlow doing?
Farlow is casting Detect Magic.
Okay, Farlow.
Yeah.
They're doing a sick combo.
Yeah,
remind
when
you
she
that
said she
you're
had to detect magic, I left it, but then she said it was identified, so.
okay, but then you are 2 minutes away from the place, just mind you.
2 minutes away from the place?
From the alleyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
All
they
right.
did roll shit.
That's fine.
It's more like, do we want to interrupt?
No. Nah. I think it's okay because they don't see it. Like it seemed to have died down. They're just like exchanging threats right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look, whatever you think you're doing, maybe you should come along with me. I know a nice place we can.
That's from Kabaris.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you. I've seen what you can do. Kind girl is the one. Don't make me repeat myself. And how do you know this? You weren't even there at the meet. Are you blind? Have you ever seen this girl before? Well, and in what sort of circumstances exactly? I think you know what I'm getting at.
Can I tell which girl they're talking about? Is it Ava?
Like this is completely character knowledge or whatever.
Okay, so like I can't like from context I can't tell who they're talking about.
Look, I am a busy man. I have a lot to do. You're not going anywhere until I get my answer. And you're not getting any answers from me until I'm gone. Can be arranged. Dragonborn on his back.
Ooh.
And you can see that the strange man is also sort of, as he's saying this and gesturing one hand, his other hand is sort of reaching to his pockets.
Okay, I think I should step in and stop them from killing each other.
Do you...
Okay, I will speak through Silas. Now, gentlemen, I'm sure we don't have to resort to violence, and then get him to reveal himself.
As the silence reveals itself, both of them turn around.
Yes. It's in Red's voice, so they might think it's like Red. Initially.
So it's a talking raven?
Yeah.
No, I'm using the speak through
Yeah,
familiar.
but Silas is appearing as a raven or an
No, as an imp.
Okay.
Yes, imp.
He has to be an imp to turn invisible.
Girl, how long was she spying on us? Get her now.
Who said that?
The man, the strange man. Kabaris.
Now, Kabaris.
Hello, Red.
I appreciate you looking out for me. I caught this strange individual delivering a parcel and thought I might see where he was headed.
Are you still in one piece? No harm done?
For now, everything's fine.
The man points a finger at the raven, sort of speaks. You don't fool me. I know what you're up to.
Really? Enlighten me then. I don't know what I'm up to half the time.
Same then. How up to hours before I lost contact with them, even though you existed.
What did he say?
Few hours before I lost contact. Didn't even know you existed.
I don't see how you can blame me for your own ignorance. I keep to myself. I don't know who you are, and I'm not throwing accusations.
Varus sort of looks at him and goes, her name is... She runs a place called the Devil's Advocate, and she plays a violin. How much more hints do you need? Precisely! Something like that should stand out as a sore thumb to anyone who's ever practiced the city. And yet, did they? Oh, I knew.
What was the last bit?
Well, I knew her. Well, I did not, and I did my two friends. Something is protecting her. Something is hiding her. She's behind this.
Can I insight check this person to see whether he's lying, or rather get Silas to, because his insight is higher than mine?
Okay, go ahead. 4 minutes into detect magic. Okay. Silas informs you back that whenever he's spouting, he seems to have really bought into it.
Okay. Cabarrus, do you think he's lying when he says he thinks that I'm the killer?
Varus says, I'm not sure. Hard to read people who might be crazy. Best way is just to find out from their remains, really.
No, I think if you do that, that brings suspicion upon yourself. And I figure if he really thinks that I'm responsible, that means he can't be. Right?
Well, if you're not responsible, then how is it that none of us knew you... none of us that mattered knew you existed?
I keep to myself.
How have you kept to yourself so well? Just arrived yesterday, last week?
What?
You just arrived yesterday, last week?
I don't see why I have to explain myself to you.
I pride myself on knowing things.
I just get the imp to sort of just like shake his head slowly. I don't know what to tell you, my friend. Now, maybe you'd like to save me some trouble and tell me what that package you delivered was.
Open it. Cabarrus says, toss it out. If it means that much, you'll pick it back up again.
What did Cabarrus say?
Toss it out. If it means that much, you'll pick it up again.
Maybe I will. I'm sorry, Mr. Balding bearded man. You don't exactly foster much confidence in yourself.
There's more than that. It might hurt, but something is blocking our communing channels.
Do I know what he means by that?
Communing channels means tends to be the warlock jargon for some means of contacting the patron.
Okay. So from that I can surmise that this guy is having problems with contacting his patron.
It seems to be so. Like, he says this quite reluctantly because it's not something warlocks like to admit.
I turn to Cabarrus. How does he react to this statement?
Kabaras shakes his head. I commune with something far more sensible than the lower realms. No offense, Miss Red.
Sick burns.
Maybe
Oh, that
hell
is
is
fine.
having a party. Everyone's invited.
I turned back to this strange fellow and sort of shrugged at his general direction.
Fine. Midnight, I will attempt another communication, and then maybe you'll see what's going on.
Alright. For the moment, I don't suspect you.
Lift Street, number 32.
Does this address sound familiar to me?
It's one of the commonest district's houses, like not one you paid much attention to.
Okay.
Bring your friends, bring all your witnesses. I will show you.
Very well. I'll see you there then. Will you be coming, Kabaras?
Why would I miss a party?
Alright. I'll see you both there then.
I'll get
Flap,
the
flap, flap, flap.
if they can come.
What was that?
I'll see if the others want to come too.
Yes, please do.
Kabara sort of like steps back into the alleyway, and then the man sort of. If I turn out to be wrong, I really do not want to know what's right. Midnight, be there, and he heads off.
Yes, yes, of course. Okay. Has the thing finished? The magique.
Okay. There's nothing magical about the parcel or unusual in it.
Mm-hmm.
However, inside is like a rolled up cloth or something like parchment.
Okay.
And there's like on it in blood is drawn some kind of an eye indicating a watching sign. And I know what you're up to.
Ooh, DA in trouble.
It's alright. The person that delivered this isn't particularly important, I don't think. Someone paranoid over the recent murders.
Was this... okay, when the ritual is being cast, are we aware of the things around us? Would we have known that Red sort of spaced out?
Yeah, you saw the
Probably.
out. But you don't know the rest of the conversation and all that.
Yeah. You know that I was being Silas.
Well, this is just a creepy letter from whoever that sent it. Did you manage to see him through Silas? Or her?
Strange fellow. Thinks that I'm the one that's behind the recent murders.
That's interesting. Do you
Yes.
know why?
No. Probably thinks because it's fiendish in origin and he doesn't know me, that I'm a suspect.
Well,
Not terrible logic, but...
it's a really big assumption there.
Yes, you know what the paranoid people think.
Of course, it makes me think of that doomsayer in the underground.
Anyway, I have more information for Fen.
Well, I'm just going to take this outside, open it, and if anything happens, I'm going to burn it. Do you want it? Do you want to have a look?
Well, it's already open, the parchment there and all that. Nothing happens.
Ah, okay.
Well,
I see anything sort of important on it, or does it not seem important at all?
Well,
Is it just like creepy?
well, whoever did it to do the eye and indicating the watching, they sort of have drawn out the pentagram that's similar to the way the victims were murdered. So it's like,
Oh,
I know what you did.
I see.
are there any other insignia? How much blood was used?
This dude was
Well,
really keen on sending a message.
Yeah, no.
it's all in blood, written out and drawn out.
But see, if you use a little bit of blood, there'll be smudges. But if you use a
Edgelord.
lot of blood, it's like using a brush.
Well, like red might know this sort of thing, but like sheep's blood is cheap.
Ah, so it's not human blood.
Not too
Okay.
edgy then.
Not.
Yes.
Yes, I think disposing of it is probably the best way to go about this.
I agree. I duck to the back of the office. Well, not to say the back, but to the outside where we usually escape to, out the window, and burn it.
Okay, you dispose of it.
And
Meanwhile,
then, I guess we short rest, and I get Silas to turn back into a raven and go find Fenriloth. Do I know where Yelana's place is? I shall assume that that's where he's.
Fenriloth isn't hiding where he's going.
Yeah. Okay, so he told us where he's going, and then go, bird, fly.
What?
Fenriloth,
Oh, is it
you
my turn now?
Yes.
head
it is
over
your
to
turn.
Ashel Fender's little cottage, as per the instructions. About 3 hours to complete, like the back and forth and all that.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you do arrive, you can see that sense that they're undead on guard, although you can't see them.
Oh, okay.
And then two of Kellypath's skeletons are standing outside the door. The door opens and Yelana standing there.
All right.
Quickly, Fenriloth, did you find out something already?
Yes.
Managed
Fair
to
enough.
ward the place.
What did she say?
You've managed to ward the place.
All right. Let's go in. I have something important.
All right. They bring you in. Living room has like the various couches and stuff been like pushed aside to make room for a large mapping table in the middle where the map is currently spread out over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looks up from the table and he's in his normal regalia.
All right.
Path is sort of like brushing down her third skeleton and looking at this. Oh, that was quite quick. Any luck?
Okay. So as it's safe here, right? Fair enough. Knows it's all water and stuff. He takes out the.
None of them seem to have any indication of receiving your sendings.
Oh. Fair enough. Safe. I've sent 2 messages. Have you received them?
We received nothing. It must have been the wards then. At least we know it's secure.
All right. He produces the black thing,
Okay.
the black heart.
Actual
stone.
Fender steps forward, examining it. Yelana helps take it from Fenriloth's hands to show him.
Mm-hmm.
This. Where did you get this?
Something happened in the Maritime Museum. I had to do what I had to do and destroyed the Black Lady.
Lady? What is this black lady?
From the Black Lady.
Black.
The
From the
figurehead
Black
of...
Omen.
Yes.
Actual Fender sort of flips through his notes, and it was the wife of the captain.
Yes, that's what we know.
He frowns. Fenriloth, this is an item. It's a core. It contains a soul.
What did she say?
A core that contains a soul.
Is this a common knowledge, or does Fenrith not know?
For a necromancer, it's quite understandable.
All right.
Oh,
So Fenrith nods, I guess.
Okay, so okay, for a bit of meta knowledge here, but there's a spell called like a Trap the Soul and such, where where one of the components is a large onyx gem or something similar of value,
Oh, okay.
and a soul is placed inside it. It's trapped there instead of escaping to the afterlife, and it can be constantly brought out for whatever purposes.
So it stops souls from like going to.
This one is a soul gem.
Okay.
Special Fenris. Very important, Fenriloth. You believe whichever soul is in here.
It is the wife of the captain. She will have information about the black woman. She was the figurehead, or she is figurehead. But she was crying when we found her.
She will be willing to assist us.
From how she reacted, I don't think she's willing. He attacked all of us when we went to the museum.
How?
What?
How exactly did she attack as a figurehead?
She was screaming and singing, and she animated objects.
Considers this. And usual core, I will say, that explains it. Normally a core acts as a prison, but this one seems to allow the soul within it some degree of control over what it's placed into.
She must be important then.
Indeed. It's a simple matter to awaken the core and contact the soul within, but getting information, especially useful information from a hostile soul, requires certain extreme measures.
I see. Well, the captain, if you see in my report, the captain is still in Vithalanos. We could get his cooperation.
No, I highly doubt the captain is in Vithalanos because someone or something of that repute would have been made known by now.
What if he is undercover? It's not that strange.
Fenriloth, if history speaks true, if the records are true, this is a captain that gave 7 a run for their money. It is very difficult to hide that kind of power.
How long has it been since then? Many could have forgotten.
We have a point, but I would be very surprised if the council did not realize that the 8th Lord was in their midst.
That aside, I think we should definitely look into this stone. Is there a way to so that she could be convinced?
A simple casting of Animate Dead will awaken the stone. What I'm concerned is how we might extract useful duress is one thing, but the ability that you can talk to her without revealing, while appearing sympathetic. Not us as necromancers, there's too much of a falling out for that. Do you know of anyone who managed something cordial?
I think, from my knowledge, Ganalion is the only good candidate because he is one of them.
Can Ganelian be trusted?
He was the one who gave me this information about finding out the Black Woman and destroying them. I think he shares the same thought.
I do not like it, but it bears consideration. This guys as Ganelian convincingly.
I know one.
Portray him carefully.
The warlock that she was with us, and she could disguise very well. Perhaps she could be of use, but she did say to destroy and helping us, she will require a fee.
If she is able to impersonate this Ganelian convincingly, you will vouch for this, Fenriloth? Do you believe she can carry out this task well?
I believe so. I have confidence.
You know her usual rates?
Our character. Red, what is your usual rate?
Out of character. What are your rates?
Isn't there for the necromancers to hire people?
Oh no, rather they're asking what is like Red's daily rate or something.
Yeah, what's like a fee for like this
You
kind of
don't-
service?
You don't ask the person hiring you how much they usually pay, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. They may have like a standard like budget that they have.
No, I think if you think about freelancer, they have their own like baseline. Like,
Yes, it depends on the nature of the job.
That's true. Usually they have a fee that they give us.
what's a
and,
disguise fee then?
Say 50 gold. Just say it.
But
Just say it.
here,
100 gold.
it's not just a disguise fee. It's actually an interrogation fee.
And getting actually, I think it's intel
Yeah.
gathering.
Anyway,
It's
Fen-
really quite
Anyway,
standard
Generally,
for
it
Red.
depends. It depends a lot on how much the person can pay, because I'm sure the DA is willing to do jobs for like poorer people if they seem like they need it for like whatever they can afford.
Special Fender's notes. I can authorize a small sum of 50 gold upon completion of the task. Upon completion of the task successfully.
How about out of character?
There at the moment. It's just very lost there at the moment.
Yeah, like out of character to Ben. Like we ask for compensation in kind, so we get access to certain areas instead of money.
I mean, you're not here, so you can't.
No,
know.
I think that's like in addition to the money that they're willing to pay. Like, oh, throw in Erevan's gear and you got a deal, kind of deal.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now
Okay.
you're talking my language.
Yeah, but you're not here, and Feral doesn't care.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
Actual
okay.
Fender.
Yes,
Yeah.
you just like, oh yeah, that should be enough, but they might ask for like other stuff.
Actual Fender says, inform this raid that there's a fee of 50 gold on a successful completion of this task. Make sure it's done properly. We do not want to raise suspicions.
Do you have a contract or a paper that I could show her?
Yes, signs a small contract of a 50 gold in services to the necromancers for a certain task of gathering information. They do not specify the call though. The
Okay.
paper.
All right. But still a hint of what she's supposed to do, right? Kind of.
Be sure to inform her to bring anything that will help in this deception. Anything or anyone, however.
All right, I will. That means Fenriloth just heads off right now. If you want to say, is there anything I can help you with?
Place is warded. We are going to take a rest. We are all quite tired.
Rest well, Lady Yelana, Master Ashafendus, and also Calipeth. Take care.
Lady Yelana sort of like the other two continue their business, but Lady Yelana sort of follows Fenriloth to the door.
Yeah.
Voice.
Okay.
Was there anything else in the museum that was unusual? Anything that might have slipped your mind?
There was a strange bow that I saw back in the past that appeared there. When we checked in the museum, it wasn't there. But when the figurehead lady started singing and shouting and screaming, it suddenly appeared. Something in the past.
Have it?
Yeah? What did she say?
Do you have it?
No, but Bubbles have it.
You didn't see Ba.
I got see what? I'm
No lah.
there. I was there when the fight was happening.
I asked if anybody was looking, but everybody was facing the direction of the figurehead.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
you're
don't
just
think
taking
anyone
it
saw.
secretly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright then, I don't know anything. No, I don't have it with me.
Bubbles has sticky
But I mean,
fingers.
Fenriloth can still bring up the bow in that he was shot by it multiple times, whether or not he thinks that's significant.
Yeah, I mean, he can show here another injured. Actually, he's still quite injured.
Yeah.
He
Yolana,
is
there's
still
no.
quite-
He's been shot by it before in the past, right? Can he sort of remember? It's like, oh, I got shot by this before.
No, but
Well,
like,
he-
he dispelled.
He saw it. Saw it.
Oh yeah, true. He dispelled it. May have recognized it. Is it very like visually
I'm pretty sure you can.
distinct?
Yeah,
He
it's.
stands out as well
'Cause it,
made.
it might just be like any bow that looks kind of like that. Like if you showed me a bunch of bows and then showed me them
Not
again,
really.
I'd
This
probably be like,
one
oh yeah,
made
it's a
like a
regular
sort of
bow.
whistling noise when it hits, and then it hurts like heck, and there's a thunderous sound.
So it looks like it
so
has
it's fairly
thunder
unique.
damage as well.
It is like legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me know if you encounter any more of these strange visions of the past, and Fenriloth, do patch yourself up.
Yes, I will. I guess fair enough. We'll rest a little bit and patch up. Can he short rest here before he heads off?
Astral Fendus is sort of waving him to get on with it.
Oh, okay. So I'll just go D and short rest later then.
Oh, it's like no rest here. You leave now.
So mean. It's like, leave. This is a party for us only.
You have job to do. You
And
didn't
then,
help
before
set
Fenrir
up the
goes,
decorations.
Calipeth was like standing there kind of on guard, right? He just tells Calipeth to take care of you.
Is something wrong with her?
No. But it's dangerous times right now.
Okay.
You take care too. And then he heads off.
Does the bird find him?
So, Fenriloth heads all the way to the DA.
Yep.
I would say the DA people have just guessed by the time.
Oh, no short rest for me, sad.
When do I arrive?
And we roll our dice just now.
Caravan, you arrive at about the same time.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
I still have exhaustion level 1, right? Just to clarify.
No, you're out because you're resting the whole morning.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Right.
How
Okay.
nice.
Nice.
Right, you all reconvene at the Devil's Advocate.
All right. I see Silas has failed to find you. I get him to travel to me through the pocket dimension. So I dismiss it, call him back.
Okay. Lana's house.
Okay.
No sign of them, my boss.
He just
All right, it's okay.
misspanned.
He made it back.
Okay, boss.
alright.
Now you're all at the Devil's Advocate.
Okay.
Cool,
First
you
things
all
first.
you all look like shit. What happened?
I look fine, thank you.
Wait,
All right,
just
let me reiterate. Farlow, you look like shit. What happened?
shut up. But yeah, for like the hit dice, do I plus Constitution for each hit dice or just once?
Plus Constitution for each hit dice.
Alright, so that's +9.
What? Okay, whoever did the short rest, burn whatever hit dice and recover whatever thing.
No rest for me. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Ah, fully healed.
Aha.
I has no heals.
Song of Rest is 1d6, right?
No, your hit die. Oh yeah, Song of Rest.
Song
yes.
of Rest is 1
Oh shit rolls.
D6, yes.
Alright, cool.
What happened? What
Two hit
happened
die-
while I
She's
was
one.
away, guys? Can someone fill me in?
Bubbles is looting it up. She's just like playing her loot for everyone.
Well, we went to see the figurehead. Things didn't go well. Figurehead's been broken.
Damn, wasn't that like one of the ways like Omen?
Fen salvaged the core.
So her
and
soul
has brought
It
it
has to be like
to
inside
Mara.
inside the core or something. Is it? Was it a
Yes.
weird shape, Fen? Was it like a heart shape?
Flick paper. It's like fit.
Plan, guys.
Okay, wait. First things first, Fen. Update on those
Just
murders that
imagine
have been happening.
he just arrived, alright? So
Can I heal?
Fenriloth, I was looking for you.
yes, I have
Come
some
along to
news
the
for
back.
you.
Boss, we found Fenriloth.
Well done, Silas.
Silas is so cute. I can't.
Oh my god.
I tell him well done.
So I look at Fenriloth and I go, "You seen better days?" And then I cast Healing Word. Boop.
Boop, boop.
Ayah pastala.
Healing word doesn't add my con, right?
It adds your.
No.
It adds your. No,
It
it only
adds
adds faster.
Bubbles charisma.
Yeah.
Did anything happen?
1d4
Nothing
Right.
happened,
Huh.
lady.
charisma.
I clicked it.
I think you have to specify what level
Oh,
you're
I
casting
did.
it at.
I was like level 1. Okay, let me just
I
click it
didn't-
again.
Maybe you're
Dude.
out of spell slots.
No,
That's
I
fine,
still
it's
got a
not
few.
fast.
Oh, there it is. It's just like super lagging.
Nice.
That's a clean 9.
9 is
Whoa.
good.
Haha.
Where
Alright, so
of
Then-
like says thank you in the most like serious way as possible.
Thank you, mustache man. Okay, continue strumming loot.
Alright.
Does Fen get the
Fen
1d6?
follows.
No, because Fen didn't rest.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't show
Yeah,
rest.
he's not resting. No rest for the wicked.
Yeah. Well, Fan goes to the back room.
update on those murders that were happening. It seems that someone suspecting me, they came and left this, and then I silent imaged that cloth with the weird blood.
Is this a letter to threaten you?
And I guess so. The person wasn't very good at
Do you have it on
I don't
you?
know. No, we suspected it, so Bubbles and I disposed of it. Anyway, he says that he has a sort of demonstration I might bring at so and so place
Tonight?
this midnight. Yes. I'm going to head over. He said I'm welcome to bring anyone I
we
would
have to
like.
see what this man does.
Yes.
Does he look like a suspicious character to you?
I silent image the image of this man. I'm sure come to him. You saw the picture just now, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
like Hannah says, is he another one of your kind?
I expect so.
Hmm.
Otherwise, he wouldn't know to draw this, and then I make the scroll again and indicate the pentagram
Yeah, that looks familiar.
to the ones on the bodies, but not the same. I don't think you behind all this.
Yes, I will accompany you to see this ritual.
Yes. Do you think we should tell the others?
Do you want them to be in danger? If needed?
Love danger.
It may be best to leave them out,
Power in numbers.
but it's safer for us as a whole if we had more firepower.
It's up to
In
you.
case anything goes wrong.
Hmm.
All right.
Is that up to your decision?
Okay.
I
Red
have
like goes
something
up to
for
the. Oh, hold on. Like opens it. Hey guys, or at around midnight. Who wants to come?
I'm free.
Are you guys gonna fight again?
Maybe.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I'll come along.
Okay.
Who's
What
not
does
going?
Ravan say?
Oh, totally forgot.
Everyone's
Totally,
game.
totally forgot I was muted. Yes, me. I'm going.
All right. Seems like they're in.
I haven't had a good fight in a while.
You
Alright.
were gone for
Ravan,
24
we're not going there
hours.
to fight.
But I thought you said we're gonna murder people.
No, we're investigating
that
a
was-
murder.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you just
Also,
only-
Eravan, murder is illegal.
Yeah, but
I'll give you
self-defense.
the disapproving stare.
Not if
when you
it's in self-defense.
casually saying the murder word.
Murder.
All right. But Ben, you said you had something for me.
Yes, he pulls out the contract. And he said this regarding that black soul stone that we got from the figurehead.
Ah, did you manage to find anything from it?
It appears the soul of the wife of the captain, but we don't want to risk anything unpleasant, so we will try to use a gentler approach.
The contract seems to emphasize that if the target was hostile if the target was unfriendly to the city, it would most definitely recognize necromancers as being agents of the city.
Mm.
So,
So what it does is just say, I'm just trying to say that. So like, we would like to use your skills to impersonate Ganalion to speak to her, so that she could comply.
it also emphasizes that anything else that could enhance success, the chances of success, should be considered and included.
Yes, because and then he points down, there's a goal for you for hiring your service.
Is it-
Hmm. Is there a reason why we're not just using Ganalion himself?
Do you not know that bringing Ganalion himself here is a danger in itself?
I suppose.
Plus, I have confidence in your disguise. Do you need anything to enhance or help with your disguise?
Out of character, was there anything that Gan mentioned?
This is completely. You have to remember what you remember at this point.
Because I never spoke to him. I asked the party.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
he
this
told
conversation is
our party
happening
about
out
our
here.
part.
It's a party effort.
So
Yeah. What
we,
did y'all?
we,
Is there
What are
anything
you
that-
asking?
When Ganalion told you about the figurehead, did he mention anything in particular that
he
would aid us in communicating with it?
he mentioned something about the only one she would talk to is her captain, or Garbak might be able to say something,
Oh, Gorback.
but not
Nice. Yep.
not Ganalion.
Okay. I don't have the build to disguise as Gorback, and I don't think magic
Bring
would
it
be
back.
particularly helpful. Fen, actually, I could make you look like Gorback. Do you think you would be able to pull it off?
That laugh.
You have to talk like this.
But see, Gorbek's a cheeky bugger. Imagine Fen being a cheeky bugger.
Yeah, that's Erevan
Doesn't think like it will work.
Oh, I haven't had a good laugh in a while.
Enough looks at everyone's like, who knows Gorback the most here?
What's Erevan's
Erevan?
stature?
Everybody looks at Erevan.
What's Erevan's stature? Could he, with a bit of makeup and stuff, props, perhaps look like Gorback?
The man's so burly. I'm like,
That
sneaky,
doesn't disguise
slender.
well.
Can we temporarily burly him?
Maybe magic will have to do. Do you know if the figurehead has any way to see through illusions?
It'd be safe to assume. I mean, she's a magical talking figurehead. That's.
I mean, considering she's a soul trapped in a gem,
I don't think she'll have additional stuff.
I
like
don't think so.
Like, asking out of character though, I don't think like if she's a soul trapped in a gem, she doesn't have like power other than being a soul in a gem, right?
As a necromancer, Fenrinoth knows better. It tends to be restrained to the senses of the receptacle. So as in, if the figurehead had eyes and a nose and a mouth, it would have the eyes and the nose and the mouth thing.
What if it's just a gem?
Then it's like a pet rock.
Then the perception is even less.
Oh.
But she can hear, right?
It's a rock. I mean, how well can a rock hear?
Okay.
Ooh, here's an idea. What about we get her out of the gem and then we talk to her?
I mean,
I
that's
think that's
one
the
way.
idea.
I think necromancer can do that, right? Getting a soul.
They can cast Animate Dead to get the gem to react and respond to questions. You have to break the gem.
I volunteers tribute to break the gem.
I think we should try and speak to the gem as Gorbak first. We could dress Erevan up. I mean, he needs a little bulking up, but what's a little bit of
Stuffing under
fantasy
the
stuffing? Exactly. You're used to it, right, Erevan?
I mean, I was dressed up this morning. I don't because I'm still wearing the clothes from this morning.
Exactly. Fancy
guess-
man like you.
I guess I could go for some more dressing up. This is not what I signed up for.
Erevan cosplay party. Okay.
Maybe it's best if I do it, I say, looking at Erevan. Are you up for
Yes.
this?
I
Wait.
mean,
Off character,
I'm
does
pretty-
Red actually speak to Gorbak a lot?
Not a
maybe
lot.
him enough. Because I know the actor
yes.
feat has some kind of like limitations.
I'll double check the constraint. I'm pretty sure we spoke to at length back when we were at Ganelion's place when we first met them.
And also in the prison?
In the prison, not so much. It was more like at his place.
Prison was a hit and run more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they weren't there for very long.
We need to make a decision soon.
Yes, I guess we can start heading over. Like, does this have to be in where will this be?
This will be in
It will be in National Fender's place, but the note does encourage anything that you think might help bring it along.
And it's quite urgent, right?
Yes.
It has to be done before midnight.
Alright.
What's the time right now? It's just afternoon, right?
It's about 3 p.m. or so.
We don't have much time.
We have to prepare whatever we need.
Alright. I'm guessing we need just clothing and stuffing.
so we're talking to the gem and then going to murder mystery at midnight. Yes.
That sounds about right.
Fan
yes.
gives it a look.
I
No
have the
murdering unless needed.
I have the
Gotcha.
disguise kit. I can use it on either myself or
But that's also disguise self,
I think we
right?
do have time right now to set up the whole thing as perfectly as possible. But
Okay.
once you go, go.
Okay, let's
Let's set it up.
do you think hang on, Erevan, can you give us your best impression of Gorbak?
Let's see. Well, this is I think how he talks.
Why does he sound like Jalaluddin Hasan? Jawabannya selepas ini.
I'm just an old
Do we know what the figurehead?
Do you know what the figurehead
Sea
was?
sailor. The figurehead's name is. Does it have a name?
No. That,
Yes.
okay, everyone might be able to get a hint of this, but the fact that Gandalf didn't give you the figurehead's name suggests that perhaps only the captain is allowed to go by first name.
That makes sense.
Okay. Did he give like a word to call the figurehead, like milady or ma'am or something? I don't know.
Gandalf sort of passingly spoke of her as a lady, but it's not sure what Gandalf
She was.
Okay.
He said the Black Maiden. That was what he told me to address her as.
Black Maiden.
Yeah, the Black Maiden. It's in my notes.
Ah, okay. Do we
She
know what
didn't give me. She
Gorbak
didn't give
would-
me a name. She was like Black Maiden. I mean, he. Sorry.
would?
What?
I don't know.
Let's go back down.
But given as Erevan frequently gets into trouble and gets out of trouble, and he knows Gorbak more than we do, like he spent time with him. None of us know about that, but we know that he spent some time, and
Okay,
he's
here's
pretty
the thing,
chummy.
it's a party effort. If you want to give information to each other or help each other with things,
Yeah. Anyway, this is
information.
what I have in terms of like a reason why Gorbak could want the information of where the Black Woman sunk. Wait, Gorbak himself wouldn't know this, right?
Nope.
Okay,
Doesn't seem.
good.
Nope. Definitely not.
A reason could be that we know of a group of individuals that are seeking to destroy the Black Omen, and we cannot abide by this. As such, we have to get to it first before they do. Which is actually the truth, right?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, we're the ones who are destroying it, but
We are a group of people.
It's
Yes.
sort of half true.
Yes. Ho
Alright.
ho ho.
who?
And,
Okay, yeah.
and she will believe this deception because she has encountered this group of people that are out to destroy it.
So that means you guys can't be seen because she hasn't seen me.
Yeah, sure, but you're gonna be looking like friggin' Gorbak anyway, so it doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah. Alright.
Unless I'm the one that's gonna dress up as Gorbak. But either way, we'll need a necromancer there to perform the ritual. So I suggest we get
Gandalf
Fen.
able to supply a scroll of animate death.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So basically, when this whole ritual is happening, we'll be out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Actual
Basically.
Fetish heavily recommends there be no necromancers inside there, but as for the rest of you, is how you wish to do it.
But I that Gorbak would need a necromancer there to talk to the person. You, how
Cast
can you
the
talk to
spell.
me? So, what we can do is we can have sort of Fen that's like tied up and apparently a prisoner.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Second time, it's like I'm always like the guy who got tied up.
Yeah. And then you can be the
Okay.
one that just casts the thing. Then we can keep the scroll of animated for later use. Ho ho.
So it
Wait,
looks
so
like
I cast
we
instead of
profit
cast.
here.
Wait, I don't have cast. I can't cast it.
Oh, can you?
I mean, I can, but I'm out of spell slots, guys.
Oh yeah. Okay, I guess we have to use the scroll then.
All right.
Unless we want to teach it to far.
Can
Low,
he
low,
learn
low.
it?
Is it in your?
It's not a
It'll take a long
I'm
time.
pretty sure it's a wizard spell.
It's a cleric spell.
What level is it? Wait,
Well,
first,
wizard can be
Oh,
necromancers, guys.
It might be necromancer specific. No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't
No,
think so. I
wizards
don't
can
think.
do it.
Yeah, can do
they,
it.
they can.
But you need time to scribe it in and
That's
all
true.
that.
It'll be too late then.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Okay. How about we don't use
I guess we use
Federaloth?
the scroll then.
We use one of the weaker looking people.
Far
Like
low.
Oh, it's a level 3 spell, so that will take like 6 hours.
Yeah, no.
It's okay. Just use the scroll.
We'll just use this.
Yeah.
one,
Kind of sad, but we don't really have a choice. Alternatively, it takes 6 hours. It's time before midnight.
So we use
Maybe.
the scroll. Farlow uses the scroll pretending to be somebody he's not, and then Gorbak rushes in,
Knocks
incapacitated.
him the fuck out.
Yeah, incapacitates
I think-
Farlow.
No, you just have Farlow like restrained, but enough that he can cast the spell, and then after casting the spell, Gorbak can just like sort of pop,
Rush in,
and he can
yeah.
pass out.
Yeah, it'll remember me as the idiot who gave himself up to be hugged anyway.
Yes, precisely. Also, we
Alright.
do have 6 hours if you want to scribe the spell.
Do we though?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock now. 3 plus 6 is 9.
Don't you want to go to the whole midnight thingy?
Fenriloth, you may have a mind
Between 9 and 12
that,
is a lot of
your
time.
thing will be wearing out in about 4 hours. Whether or
Wait,
not
what?
that turns out to be significant is anyone's guess.
What?
Minor illusion.
What is going?
The
What?
non-detection.
Oh.
Whether or not it turns out to be important is anyone's guess.
Oh yeah. Then Fernand just steps in and say, the anti-detection spell that's protecting the mansion will be going off in 4 hours.
Oh no,
Oh.
not the mention on you.
You.
Wait. Oh,
It-
on everyone is it? I
Yelena
thought it was just
No,
a
no, no.
mention.
No,
On-
only on you.
You and Yelana and the
Yeah.
new necro buddies.
Oh,
Because
you mean the 8? Is it?
not 8, but
I don't
remember
think
you
it
had
matters.
non-detection when that eye looked at you?
Yeah,
The map?
because like they can look at us anyway. So as long as Fen's not gonna be there, which he's not, it shouldn't make a difference.
Mm.
Hmm.
All right, that sounds like a good plan. We can head
Mhm.
Yeah,
over to.
well, I'm not there anyway,
now.
so.
So am I Gorbak or is Red Gorbak?
Up to you.
I'm
I don't.
I'm
mind.
down for anything and everything.
Bubbles looks at Erevan. How
I'm going to
much do
toilet
you
quick and You
know?
all sort it out.
How much do you know about Gorbak? I think the more we know about
He's-
Gorbak, the better.
He's not just a friend. He's crew. I don't know. I salute. he's a friend. He's a good friend. He's part of
Is there anything that he would know about the figurehead?
the figurehead. He would
Yes.
he would know that the figurehead is, you know, the captain's, best girl. but like he can. He would know a lot about it because he's the vice captain.
Isn't he
Actually,
like
Do you
the
know
third?
anything that he would know?
I thought Klajak was the second in command.
No,
No,
Gorbak
no.
was
Oh,
second
Gorbak.
in
Gorbak
command.
was the second.
Klajak was like the engineer, the shipwright,
Right.
the Frankie.
I don't know if Gorbak knows anything about the
Okay,
Black
so
Maiden.
if you don't have any information that I don't, I think I'm all right to do the impersonation.
All right.
All right. Can we get a carriage over to what's his face? By the way, Stevik.
Yeah, what happened to
Ooh,
Stevik? We were supposed to
about
go see
that.
Stevik.
I have some information for you guys that I think you would very much like to hear about.
Is now the time?
Now is definitely the time. Stevik's over at 13 Finchley Street in the Commons.
Do we
How
have
long will it take for us to get to Stevik?
Commons would take you 2 hours to get there.
Oh,
Okay.
and
How long will it take for us to get to
Farlow, come over
other
here.
place? Ashel
for an
Fendis.
hour.
Can we get a carriage to expedite that?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I think this is what we should do. We get Farlow to head over to Ashel Fendis's and begin copying the spell that he needs. That will take 6 hours. The rest of us can find Stevik and then meet him over at the mansion.
I agrees.
Does that sound all right?
All right, but
Yeah.
Fen's not seeing thing anymore. It's in 4 hours.
I don't think it matters that much as long as Fen and the crystal are not in proximity once that runs out.
All right, so he stays outside then.
Yes. Fix a sort of dark room, I suppose, for this all to take place in.
So are we
Very
heading to
dark.
the commons then?
Ooh.
Yes.
That
Yep.
we are.
Also,
We'll get a carriage to get Farlow to
Ashel
what's it called?
Fendis
Yeah. And then he can start doing his
copying.
thing.
I wanna
His
like
spellbook thing.
before we head to the carriage, I wanna talk to Farlow, and then I wanna talk to Fenrirlock. Like I wanna talk
All
to
right.
them separately.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
BRB.
All right, Farlow. I pull you over into a corner. So one thing I forgot to mention the other time. This book, there's like, because there's a lot of things Ganilian is trying to hide in his spell book, like a lot of little notes and things in here that would have been contraband if he put it inside his book, and I'm pretty sure those spells would be very useful to you. However, the only way to get to those is Stevik, and you're gonna be at the mansion copying the spell, so you might want to follow us to Stevik. It's up to you. I'm just giving you the information. It's up to you to
What?
decide, okay?
Are you guys? Steffi is not gonna die after you leave, right?
I hope not, but he's safe. He's fine. Stevik knows how to look after himself, I believe.
Jeez, man. How long do you think you guys are gonna be there?
Yeah, I mean, as long for 6 hours or less, definitely. Because by the time you copy the spell, we should be there and ready to go, or go on with the plan. Red's thought up a pretty good plan, and I'm all for it.
Who's going where now?
What? Wait. So you guys are gonna drop me off and go to Stevix, right?
Yep.
Can we just drop me off, grab the scroll, and then we all go to Stevix?
But then you
Okay, yeah.
wouldn't be concentrating.
Cut travel time in half.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't be concentrating to put the spell in your book.
Wait, but with a scroll, does he need to put the spell in the book?
If we use the
He
scroll,
doesn't
the scroll
need to.
dissipate.
One
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so-
if he uses the scroll, it gets consumed. If he keeps it in his book, he can cast it for whenever. But it takes 6
But
hours.
does he really need the
Yeah.
spell?
I'm
just
just
move it at the time.
I'm just letting you know. All right.
Is Farlow interested in animate death?
This is Farlow we're talking about.
Well, Farlow doesn't really like the idea of making dead things come around like zombie. Like, doesn't think that his sister will fancy those kind of things. So no, he was gonna learn it so that it'll be more useful for you guys in the
All
future.
right. Okay. So
So he'll follow this. Grab the
all
scroll.
right. I'll what Stevik says to me too. I'll ask him for you. All right. And then I walk away and then I'll on the shoulder. Gloomy pants, Mr. Big Boy. Sir can't be scried right now.
He
Hi.
turns around and
Hey. So besides you looking really hurt, what's good? How's the weather? All right, yeah, I'm bad at that. All right, anyway, but go straight to the point. Do you know anybody who specializes in curses or enchantments that could affect people?
Master Defenders will have knowledge about that, and Lady Ilana.
Okay.
Is that
Some of you some of you who are locals may know that there are several temples in the temple district.
Okay.
And one of them is to an aspect of the mirror which is involved in like a source ensorcelment, misdirection, and such.
Aspect of the what now?
Did someone look at the campaign notes for the religious part?
Yes, I did.
The tag thing.
Yep. Multiple times. All right.
And there's one temple that deals with that sort of thing. It's a faith in itself.
All right.
Other than temple, the Dramostian Dirge, which is the slavers' intelligence group, sometimes uses a bit of that. Necromancers tend not to use enchantment.
All right.
And it's possible that some people sell such services in the Undercity or around the Traders District.
All right. I shall
So
rephrase.
basically, like, necromancer doesn't use enchantment.
Yep. I shall rephrase my question then.
So what does necromancer normally? They cast spells?
Necromancy, perhaps.
Undead. Yeah, undead, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I shall rephrase my question, Fenrirloff.
Okay.
If so, besides, is there anybody like, dear God, is there anybody else besides Ashel Fenders that I can talk to that specializes in undead? Like
temple. Oh wait, we mean undead.
Yeah.
Necromancers.
Yeah, I'm like
So
I'm asking
basically-
Fenrirloff, like somebody not Ashel Fenders.
So like,
Joanna.
okay, here I ask you, what do you need it specifically for?
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, we're friends. Basically, there's this guy who used to be betrothed to my wife, and he looks like a vampire or a zombie right now. So I'm kind of like, I think he's undead, but my wife thinks he's enchanted under some sort of enchantment. So I'm kind of pursuing that lead right now, and I do not want to talk to Ashel Fenders.
Do you have any proof?
No proof. This is just a gut feeling.
So you want someone to inspect if he's actually indeed an undead?
No, I want to describe that. Then I want to ask his opinion. Is that person really an undead or not? Or has there been like a similar case to this?
Describe it to Fenrir-in-law.
Let's see.
Actually, I think Fenrir can help because he is a necromancer. He deals with
Alright.
this stuff, right? Right, DM?
All right. I'll fill you in a little on the task hand. All right. Thanks for your time.
Yes,
And
I can have it. I can hear a description and we'll see what we can do.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Then I walk off and then we go.
Right.
How
where you
much will
headed
it cost to get far over to the thing?
off? The carriage is 5 silver pieces.
All right, I shall pay the 5 silver pieces.
So you are going where at the moment?
Farlow's heading over to Ashel
Ashel.
Fendis's,
Just Farlow?
and I guess
Yeah.
Fenrirloss should leave him a note that says him the Scroll of Animate Dead. He shall help us cast it, that kind of thing, so that they know that Farlow's in on this and he's an important person. Fen?
What did you say? Confused.
You should pass Farlow a note
Mhm.
that says, that tells Ilana and Ashel Fendis to pass him the Scroll of Animate Dead so he can begin copying it into his spellbook.
All right.
And
We
then-
can write some stuff in a paper and like with his signature and stuff.
Okay. Fenrirlock gives a note to Farlow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then the rest of us are going to look for Stevik.
Okay. Are you getting a separate carriage?
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's another
That'll
5 silver.
that'll speed things up. Sure.
I can give the 5 silver.
Okie dokes.
I think we can. What's the ratio in this game? Is it 10, 10, 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
EP is not a thing. It's copper,
no.
silver, gold. Okay. So
You would never use it in any of the systems.
yes,
All right,
silly
it's-
EP.
It's counted in.
Hour by carriage travel to get you all to the Commons district
Good book.
and to the address described by the street. The first thing you notice about this particular area is that these buildings are quite tall, very old, and at some point might have been part of a garrison or barracks.
Aha.
You can make out like a common is something of a broken off bridge that might have once connected to the coast, to the further coast, used anymore. So this must have been a defensive position once. And the commoners around here, in general, seem to be a bit taller, stronger than the usual commoners and carry themselves with an air of wariness. You even see a few weapons here and there. The address itself leads up to a rickety building, like one of the lower levels of a garrison. And there's a man in a tweed cap sitting on a chair there smoking a pipe, examining you all.
Is that Stevik?
Pretty sure it's not.
Stavik. It's not Stavik. Don't get many visitors these days.
Hey, old man. Looking for an old friend. You know anybody by the?
boy.
Yeah. Do you know people around these parts?
He glances and everyone.
All right. Looking for an individual. Maybe he's trying to hang low, but I'm an old friend of his. You know anyone by the name of Stevik?
What's everyone's perception?
You mean passive perception or what?
9.
Active perception.
17.
What's if your passive perception is higher, use that instead.
Oh, you mean? Do you want me to roll perception?
Roll a perception.
I can do that,
26.
and that is what I shall do.
Yeah, high perception.
Eagle eyes.
17.
Okay. For let's see.
Oh, follow.
Holy
not
shit,
here.
follow.
You're not here.
Pretty much
Calm
everyone
yourself.
We're on coaches.
The man sort of raises his pipe a bit. There's a bit of a nod from somewhere else, just like off the balcony further up. And another nod. The garrison, or rather the top part of it, the ramparts, are still manned.
Do they look really well armed?
They look like they can handle themselves in a fight. And
All right.
we don't really need law enforcement to patrol here. We take care of our own.
No, trust me, sir. Yeah, trust me, sir. We're not here to cause trouble. We're here to meet an old friend. We were worried about him. We haven't seen him in a long time, and we just got word from his old master that he might be out here somewhere, hiding out with his old friends. So
We
We're
just
here to
need
pay him a visit.
we just need to make sure he's okay. The last time we
Mhm.
checked, he was quite injured.
What's his name?
His name is
Stev.
Stevik.
Stevik, did I not say that at the start? Question mark.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh yes, you did.
No, he did. He's
Yeah,
like,
he did.
I'm
I was
asking
like, do
about
you know
the
any-
name Stavik.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Must have missed that bit.
What's the message you want to pass?
Just that let him know that we have a book that he needs to look at. Apparently, he knows more about it than we do. We'll wait outside. If he wants to speak to us, then he will.
memory is not as good as it used to be, huh, old man?
Insight?
Oh.
Insight.
Ah,
Pip.
come here. Old man,
Oh,
come at me.
damn!
Oh my god.
Nice one.
Okay. You can sense he doesn't really trust you all, and he's not making a move to tell Stavik anything in case you all try and follow him.
I promise. We'll stay here. We'll be quiet. We'll be good. You have my honor.
We can wait outside, and if Stevik wants to meet us, you can let us know and we'll come back in.
All right. Yes, you all should wait somewhere else.
So,
We'll
We'll be round the block.
is there anywhere we can get a drink while waiting?
Why don't we just wait round the block?
That's suspicious AF.
Yeah, just go for a drink. Go to the bar.
Yeah, but what if Stevik's in danger if he comes out?
They'll send someone.
This guy will come back and be like, okay,
Yeah.
Stevik doesn't mind seeing you, or
So-
no, Stevik says get fucked, and then we'll be like, oh, sad face. Leave.
Is there a bar or a pub that we can go to while waiting?
Or like a waiting room
It's more for
that has a
local.
bar.
You might not fit in very well.
Well, I'm all for local experiences.
I'm sure we're all actually fine with local.
Local
think
is
this
more
party-
of
More-
sort of like versus the people on the ramparts and all that.
All right, that kind of local. All right. Well,
Well, we can't be standing around randomly. We'll look even more suspicious, would we?
Why don't you just sit in your carriage for a bit?
I guess
Okay.
that'll do.
sounds good. Yeah. To the carriage.
Once in the carriage, can I sort of ask Red to use the imp to spy outside?
Oh my god.
Quietly,
Yes.
silently.
Yes.
You use what?
The imp.
You can't use the imp.
Silence.
No, she's
No,
asking
I'm asking you.
Oh.
Like, do you want to use the imp to?
No,
Scouty
that would
scout.
be a disgusting breach of trust.
Really? Okay. Just to make sure they're not sending anyone to destroy where we're sitting in, because we're in an enclosed space.
I want to be.
Oh, you mean like outside?
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Like, just
Outside as a
keep
raven.
eyes outside.
Just sit on the thing.
Yeah.
I'll sit on the carriage next to the raven.
No, that's silly.
Okay. So Silas, as a raven, will be keeping watch for the carriage.
Yep.
Can I join him on top of the carriage?
He said stay inside though.
Are you
Point taken.
I guess Sven will stay inside carriage as well.
okay? Take care. The man with the tweed hat and the pipe disappears into the garrison building. Passes. And then after a while he comes back out. Actually, in the meantime, can Silas make a perception check?
Ooh. Okay, hold on. He not very perceptive.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to make a perception check.
Oh.
The man with the tweed cap comes out of the garrison towards you all, looks towards the carriage, and then he lowers his pipe briefly, looking past the carriage for a moment.
Do we see this happen?
What's your passive perception?
17.
All right. Bubbles just see him sort of look up over the carriage. Then he raises two fingers to his eyes and points them in that direction.
I think he sees Silas. Or there's something else above the carriage. Past the carriage, anyway.
We get Silas to, like, preen himself.
And Silas,
You're
what?
being noticed, Silas. Act more Raven-like.
He's not looking at me.
Oh, what was he looking at?
Something
Silas
over.
turns around, and like there's like a rustling of bush or something, like vanishes back into like one of the nearby buildings.
Is that Civic?
I highly doubt it. Could be one of their scouts.
Those are. Is anyone here of a military background?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Too soon. Too soon.
Christ.
Anyway, he does come out and walk to you all and knock on the carriage.
We open.
Derek will have words with you in private.
As
Come,
expected.
follow me.
Thank you very much. Follow.
Where can we find it? Oh, okay. You
Okay,
meet us there.
he leads you further into the building. A lot of patchwork and repair work has been done. Some fresh cement, some less so. They maintain their own place, and inside you can see several other people. Some of them bearing the scars of war, some of them still bearing a bit of like the ugly scars of the plague itself, or whatever methods were used back then. Some of them give salutes to the man leading you. And some of them like Red is in disguise at the moment, right?
I'm as human red.
Yeah. One of them sort of blows a whistle at Red.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, the man in the front just like continues on down a flight of stairs to what seems to be a cellar and into another basement.
I think Red just got
There
both
he
whistles.
knocks on the door.
Yeah, it happens.
Because red is pretty.
Right. He knocks on the door. It's open, and in there is some kind of a cozy room.
Oh, nice place.
So lots of belongings crammed around. It feels a bit like a bunker rather than a room. And Stavik looks up at you from it. Hello.
Stavik.
Whoa! Haven't seen you in a
Everything
long
alright?
time, pal.
What happened?
You don't sound too.
The man with the twin cap nods. I will leave you sometime, Stavik. If you feel you need your rest, let me know.
Let's get the story from Stevik's perspective.
Yes, let's.
What
You're
has
left
happened?
alone.
Stavik, what happened? You disappeared after the house got attacked. The mansion, sorry.
Someone please tell me what's going on.
We tell him what's going on.
We tell him what we know.
Yeah, we tell him what we know regarding the mansion.
As in, I need some clarification. What do you tell Stavik?
So we tell Stavik what we know happened at the mansion, and then we say that Ganelion was taken by his friends that shot him in the shoulder that one time. But Ganelion is safe. Because that totally happened.
Also, we ask, like, what happened to him? Like, at what point did he come here?
Stavik just holds his hands in his head. He seems to have aged even more since you all last saw him.
Because stress or because magic?
Stress, apparently.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Can one of you answer me this question?
Anything.
Who is Ganelion?
He was.
I served him loyally for many years, and things coming apart.
He was supposed to tell you. He was supposed to leave his will to you after we did our mission for him, but a lot of things happen, man.
Can I make sure nobody's listening in?
No one seems to be listening.
Okay. Ganelian is actually, he has a fair few skeletons in his closet, and not the kind most of us have. His friends, they're not exactly alive, and when he dies, he won't exactly be dead for long either. We're trying to not let that happen.
They're undead on the run from necromancers.
Sorry, are they going to run from necromancers?
They are undead on the run from necromancers.
I would say his friends are undead. The necromancers are aware of their existence and they're moving in to pursue eventually. But right now, Ganelian is on his deathbed and he doesn't want to be what his friends are.
Served him very loyally, for many years.
I know
told me.
he mentioned that, and he is deeply indebted to you and he wants to make it right. But at the moment everything seems
covered many things for him because, well, time when things were different, and you have seen the buildings above me. You see people, veterans they are. The war changed some of them. Some of them never got back quite right. I thought Ganelian was one of those. Needed some attention and a bit of patriotism, that sort of thing.
You could say that, but given his age, he's been around a lot longer than a lot of us.
What's
So-
the real story? Who am I actually helping here?
You're
Am I doing
helping.
this for the good of the city?
Sorry?
Am I doing this for?
You are definitely doing this for your city. We are doing this for our city. There's a big bad coming, and we don't want it to go near our own. And the only way to do that is if we find, I speak lower, Ganelian's crewmate and ship. We have some information, but
Crewmate and ship. I
yes.
think you mentioned that before.
You
He was
may
with
know.
the-
Yeah, you may know that Ganelian is not his real name. I'm sure he has told you that much.
He fought on the side of the city, correct?
Yes.
I thought the pirate or something at some point. Man.
I don't know the full story, but we're trying not to have pirates on our shores again.
See, the war left a lot of us soldiers without a job to do, and didn't think it was very fair, and thought we'd help each other out, find a way to get back into things. Brother in arms, all that.
I understand. But what are you doing here? What are you recovering well? What can we do to help?
I just had so many doubts all of a sudden when all this started. These strange men that call Ganelian friends, but there's no way they could have been. They didn't fight on the side of the city, I believe. And should be an upright man. I don't think he should have called them friends, and yet they came here calling for him. And then there was the Undercity. All those things doing.
Hang on, sorry, the Undercity.
There was an attack on the mansion, I heard.
Out of character, I think that's past Rictus pulling strings.
Yeah, I agree. But do we know that? We don't know that, right?
No, as in you know that there was the
We
6
suspect
people
that.
attacking on the mansion or what? As in you know there was an attack on the mansion.
Yep. So we explained that to him.
And he was going like, after his 2 friends arrived, there's the attack on the mansion. This whole slave, I'm saying the whole thing is illegal, and he's placed under some warrant and arrest, and then leave anymore.
Calm down, Stevik. Look, we found you. He told me where you were, and here we are.
He is
cares
worried
a lot
about you.
Yeah, he cares a lot about you. He wants to make sure you're okay. But
He
you
also
can trust me when I tell you that those are actually his friends. They saved him from the attack, and they're held up somewhere right now that I can't tell you. But they're looking after him. They're trying to keep him alive, protecting him to the best of their ability, which means we don't have much time.
They're pirates, aren't they?
You could say that.
Aren't the friends of the city? There was a whole war against them.
Yeah, I know.
What do you know about that?
Yeah, he sort of sits back a bit on his bed. You can see that there's a bell next to it that can be rung whenever he needs to. But for now, he just takes a deep drink. So, some of you know that Vithalanos has had some ugly business in the past and all that.
With pirates, yes.
Yes, pirates. Pirates attacked us. We're not sure what it... No, we do... Vithalanos has always had his navy. We have always been proud of ourselves. It came up from nothing, rubble, rocks, stranded, and fought back against the elements. We made a city for ourselves. We had a navy. Our navy defended us, and lines, I'm not sure what happened. There was a falling out, maybe. Some of our own navy decided it was more profitable to pull out.
We have a name of a ship that might be of interest that you may know. Have you heard of the Black Omen?
You're gonna give him a heart attack, I swear.
First off the lot.
The worst.
How does supposed to protect us turn around and attack us instead?
I don't know, but there has been word that they who turned into piracy and betrayed us, betrayed this city, is going to come back. And we need to stop that.
It is a black mark on the whole of Vithalanos. The notion that anyone might decide to turn against the country itself for gold, and veterans you see above you, well, it was a very bad time when we were fought against those who were supposed to protect us, and weapons against us. We employed the same weapons against them, back and forth, back and forth. Blood in the ocean, blood in the waves, screams overboard, and those of us that made it came back, and then there were all kinds of compacts I heard with the neighboring countries. No more, just ban. That sort of gestures upwards. We fought out for our country. We fought for peace. We fought and put ourselves out of the only profession we knew.
As you know now, fighting doesn't create peace. And it's going to make it a lot worse if we don't stop this ship. If you say that, sorry?
By fighting did by peace. We fought off the Black Omen, we fought off the pirates, traitors. All it. We fought until we weren't no longer needed. Whatever cost. Do not mock that sacrifice, please.
Respectfully. Do you know where the ship sank?
We know that it was sunk off the far off the marine boundaries for the city. High seas. As of the place itself. He seems to be struggling to recall. So many tales, so many possibilities.
Well, here's a curveball for you, Stevik. You have a lot of good friends here, a lot of good veterans. Any of them sailors?
A few. No, there were a few places mentioned. There was one place they say the Black Omen sank down where the Sirens sang. Siren Sisters. Starting from an ocean where no lighthouse was ever established. They built it, it failed. They say Sirens brought it down. That's one tale. Another tale is that the Black Omen met its end at Grimnor's exile, where people tried to establish a coastal community because woods attacked back.
What attacked back?
Things from the woods.
Uh-huh.
The unseelie caught inside. Monsters. If you look up from the Commons District past the garrison, you can see the bridge that we destroyed. Nor's exile is somewhere past there, in that direction. Coastal community was not meant to be. It is also said that there was a site known as Marilyn's Fall, a dead point hazard of steep cliffs and unadjoining atolls. Say there the Black Omen finally met its end when navigators failed.
Navigators failed.
That's interesting.
So many rumors and tales. Those are three of them. And the last tale is that still sails these days in the tides of grey. It is an accursed place of undead fog where the dead men and the seagrass still come to life. A cursed place.
We'd
Those
have
are-
to. I know you say we have to avoid it, and it's a cursed place.
Those are four possibilities of where the Black Omen might be.
Well, out of character, we have heard about the one near the atoll.
Yeah, Marilyn's fault.
Yeah.
I sold the frog's body with Kane for that.
Frog.
Lizard man, it's frog. That's
Sounds
right.
good.
It's
Lizard.
Erevan's racist to lizards, right?
God, it's terrible.
Oh wait, could you say the fourth place again? I couldn't hear you properly.
There's a place called the
Grey
Tides of
Waters?
Grey.
All right, Tides of Grey,
Tides
got it.
of Grey.
I wrote down your description.
You cannot miss it. The mist hangs around the place perpetually, and it's said that strange sounds echo within. No one of sane mind goes there.
Out of character, didn't we do something that had mention of miss, like beyond a certain point?
Can't recall.
I really can't remember.
Mists? I don't think so.
All right.
Or fog.
I remember the atoll.
I want to ask Stevik. So, let's say I want to get to these places. Would I have to sail?
Yes, you will need a sturdy boat.
Could your I know this is a bit much to ask, but could any of your sailor buddies hook us up, or hook me up?
We do not have connections anymore. Our boats. We know they do not make them like they used to.
You've got to have somebody step in. I mean,
The only boats we would really trust to get to those places, treacherous as the terrain is, well, is the Brine King. Brine King, sailing ship we have. It is old, it is rickety. They have wanted to scrap it for many times, but the sailors refuse.
We saw, well, Bubbles saw the bride trim, didn't she, when she went to see Port Master Yusuf the first time?
He looks at. That's one of the ships we trust to sail. Another are getting around the diplomatic aspects. The promise of eternity could certainly make it.
Dang. Promise of eternity.
The third would be the main ship of the Condo's Pride. The rest are mainly just for show, really. The main boat can make it. The Condo's Pride is the Mythalgaring diplomatic embassy.
oh. All right. Oh, I spelled it with a C. My bad.
You.
Damn. You've been a great help, Stavik.
Thank you, Stavik. But didn't we have a
One
book?
last thing. I wanted to ask you something because do you remember Ganilian's old spellbook?
Remember him mentioning something about that? Why?
Yeah. He said that there were a couple of spells that weren't in the book. Long story short, he's graduating Farlow as his apprentice and asked him to begin learning for himself now because he's not long for this world. He said that the spellbook is missing a couple of spells that would be considered contraband here in Vithalranos, and he said you'd know something about that. So Farlow's not here right now, so I'm asking for him.
Those times. Remember when I said we fought back against the traitors and those who once protected us?
Uh-huh.
Any spells were slung back and forth those days. Some of it, when you're on the receiving end, you realize that never been existing in your own city. Me of spells that can change a man's mind overnight. Spells that meddle with the fabric of reality itself. Spells that bring forth things from places best not named. All that sort. We buried a good part of our history. Dirge purged the books. The veterans here, some of us still remain, some of us still remember.
All right. I'll send Farlow this way, and maybe you can hook him up with some of the veterans here so that he can continue his learning as per Ganalian's request. Does that sound okay, Stavik? Farlow's a good kid. He won't. What?
I'm afraid to go back to the mansion.
The spells are at the mansion.
You don't have to at the moment. I think for your safety, you should stay here first.
Definitely.
Please get better.
It's not just my own safety, it's just... I do not know if I could look Ganalian in the eye again and see him as he is, or as something else.
The man holds you very close to his heart. You'd hurt his poor little heart if you said that. Come on, Stavik. He's the same man you knew. He's the same man you've served for years and been loyal to.
Did I really know him?
Yeah.
If he could, and if this current threat has been dealt with, I'm sure he will tell you everything. But until that,
tell me what the packages are about.
I'm sure. Actually, I look around to my friends and
He
I
deserves that
tell
much. I give
them and I ask
What?
them, we could tell you, but I look at everybody for approval.
Yep.
Yes.
100% he deserves to know.
And we tell him about the packages.
Yep.
The 3 that were sent and the 1 that is still pending.
So you tell me about the time traveling stuff.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, I'm agreeing.
I don't know about the rest. Like, are you in agreement of telling him the time travel stuff?
Now he's
I
one
mean,
of us. Go down.
Federal is
Yes or no?
basically
Doesn't matter.
basically neutral, and we've had right.
Okay.
Ben has no opinion in this. It's up
Ah,
to you
see?
guys.
Yeah, up to y'all.
We tells.
Yeah,
Okay.
about the time travel and
His mouth opens.
Yep.
We say this because we trust you, and we know Ganalian trusts you. It's just that he didn't want you to be in the
Oh.
crossfire, but you ended up anyway.
after we deliver the 4th.
I don't think there are enough words to state just how illegal this is.
It definitely is.
He's a man who wants to redeem himself and wants to repent. You can vibe with that, right, Stevik?
To have done right the first time, then try and make amends.
He's trying to. He's not healthy enough, so he's asking us to help him. He's trying to make amends right now.
Even
he's trying
if
to
we
save the
don't-
world.
Even if we don't make amends as per his request, there's still the looming threat of the Black Omen coming back, or is already back and attacking.
The attack on your mansion is proof of that.
Return. There is something that I've heard from the others. I may need to check with them again. Still fish by the pier, the docks. Craftsman's District, Traders District. They still find their fishing spots. Some of them are with the junk trawlers. As of late, some strange straggling survivors have returned.
I audibly gasp.
Strange straggling survive.
What do you mean by survivors?
Yeah, survivors of.
Many go off to many chance their fortunes with the oceans. Take their chance at sea. Bad weather. Picked up by boats later. Float their way back. Hitch a ride wherever they can, or they don't return at all. But, back dressed in nice clothes.
Sounds like someone we know.
Indeed.
That is incredibly interesting.
Huh. God damn, Stevik, you're just so helpful today. I think it'd kill you.
I just want to know that the city we fought for, the city that we shed blood for, is going to remain standing and unchanged, yes?
Yes.
We stand in the way that would destroy the city that we hold dear.
Promise you that much, Stevik.
As long as we have information and all the necessary help that we can get, I'm sure we can stop this menace.
Yep. Speaking of help, keep it. Like, I know you can't bear to go back to the mansion for the spells and stuff, but keep in the back of your head
Spells are
for.
not there. It's other places.
All right. Well, I'll leave it to you to keep in the back of your head to. Yeah.
And one more thing. You may stand in the way, you may defend the city, but if it is compromised from within by its own principles, it is still lost.
You're saying that Vitalornos has to stay Vitalornos, right?
You mean there's a deeper corruption?
I think he means, like, out of character. I think he means that, you know, if we save the city, but Vitalunos is like, you know, or like, I don't know, it loses its it's the 7 seats thing, no governing body kind of thing, and it's as good as
It might turn
lost.
back to, you know, the time where Vitalunos is quite evil with all the, you know, rampaging necromancers.
Yeah.
I think
That
that's-
on you, rampaging.
like, I'm just speculating out of character. That's
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
what
yeah,
he-
me too. Just speculating
yeah,
out of character.
that's probably what he meant by that.
My speculation is that there's some corrupt authorities out there trying
Me
to
too.
finagle.
Finagle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Stevik, if there's nothing else, you've been a great help.
Gives
Stefik,
you all a salute.
you know where we are. If you need anything at all, don't forget to
We're
call.
always by the DA. Ooh. Yeah.
God's man, good tidings. He gives you all a salute.
Salute him back.
We salute back.
Yes, appropriate response.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we do
now I
that.
think we have a date with an old captain's wife.
Indeed, we do.
You have a
We
date.
didn't ask her about the wife thing, right? The whole
No, we
figurehead.
didn't. No, we didn't.
No.
You're not coming here, man?
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
You're
Like
not coming
when I
here,
said
okay.
you have a date, I meant like, you know, he's the one in disguise.
Okay, are you all heading
I've got... Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're heading off now.
You all head out to where you can see like
Bye,
some group
Stevik.
of the veterans are still standing around the as you exit, and they nod to you. Everything's in order.
That it is, sirs. That it is.
Right, do proceed.
Salute.
Fair enough, if stay out. It's up to you guys.
All right, can we fast travel back to Ashwafindus's?
Yeah, we do.
Everyone make a perception check as you get back to the carriage.
Oh,
Go, perception.
go gadget perception.
Pew, pew, pew.
Damn,
16 only.
we have some perceptive people in our group.
My 17 is higher though. Does that still?
Our 17 is
Ooh.
higher.
Raven, not very perceptive.
Okay. Those who got 15 and above, you notice again there's
we'll
sort of
stay.
like there's a rustling of the vegetation from the nearby building again.
The second, the second I see that rustling, can I rush over into it? Like, can I like speed run, like, you know?
Dash
I
into
just
it.
want to dash into, like,
Yeah.
like spear whatever's inside the
Holy shit!
like body flying
Body
flying
slam.
body
Body
slam,
slam into it.
head first diving spear.
All the friendlies we know of are accounted for.
What
You
the
are
hell is
tempting
my
the body
chat doing?
tackle of whatever it is.
Is that
Yeah.
athletics or is that?
Yeah, do I have to do
Acrobatics.
any roll for this, or
Firstly, I'll
Or-
say you need to make an attack roll because you're not really sure what you're connecting with.
all right, very well then. I'll just do my short sword attack roll, I guess. 16.
Ooh.
Like,
Yes.
but I'm not using my sword. Yeah, I'm
As
just
in,
tackling
now
it.
use your athletics.
All right, okay. Athletics.
Tackle.
25.
Oh,
Oh,
goddamn.
tackle him!
What's the total?
25 for my athletics. 16 for the attack roll just now.
God damn.
Let me look and see where. Give me a second.
You're probably sandwiching the ground.
You never know. We have some slippery people in the city.
Erevan's like, can confirm, am one such slippery person.
Oh my god!
Oh my, what?
Oh no!
Oh, it is
What?
stronger.
Oh my god.
This is not
Okay,
right.
This monster.
This is interesting.
Does he hit me back or something?
Might be
You
a
launch
might
yourself
be an
blindly into the
acrobatics.
brush.
Uh-huh.
You grab the first thing you can grab upon, which is like some sort of cloak or like rags and whatever.
Uh-huh.
On to that to whoever it is.
Uh-huh.
Do the rest of us see who this
Erevan,
mystery
Yes.
person
you
is?
grab onto something scaly and cold.
Oh my god.
Hey, look,
And
it's
it
your
with
best
yellow
friend.
eyes and sharp teeth sort of turns around. Mind.
What did he say?
You mind.
Do you mind?
Do you mind?
You are, you are
Sassy.
reunited with a certain individual. That you
Oh. Is this clock tower lizard?
Is
I
it?
can't see anything.
like only Erevan can see this in the bush, and like you cling on with him, and he sort of like shrugs you down.
It's clock tower lizard, right?
Can I see this happening?
No, you just see a lot of
You
rustling.
saw
as,
him
like,
disappear
Erevan
into
goes
the bushes
flying.
and then rustle.
Rustle.
Okay. Erevan, what do you say in response?
You're supposed to be dead.
What did he say?
I totally didn't hear what
Yeah.
you cut off there.
Doesn't work that way.
Oh.
I pull out my two short swords like, oh, you better believe that's the way it's supposed to work. What happened? Why are you alive? I shanked you. I almost died fighting you. What happened? Why are you alive?
Chip.
Stab.
Jesus. This cat.
I'm surprised you. I'm surprised
He
you.
says talk or fight. He has not made any aggressive movements yet.
I sheathe my short swords. I was the one previously I was the first one to attack you. I sheathe my short swords back. This time I'm okay to talk. Why are you hiding in the bushes? Why are you alive? You should be dead.
Okay.
Why are you here?
The rest of you hear Erevan talking.
Into the bush.
Coming around, you see like Erevan sort of like standing in front of like something in a torn outfit that like can no longer pass for a disguise, but it had a cloak and like a mask at some point. It appears to be a lizard man with yellow eyes, green scales, strong and tall for its kind, and the tail seems to flick back and forth with a deceptive strength to it.
I cut off part of his tail too, remember? So he, unless his
It
tail
didn't grow
regrows.
It appears to have grown back.
Damn.
Proper
Fast
chicha,
regen.
man.
All right. I'll talk, Yellow Eyes. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on. So start talking. What's up? Why are you here? Why are you rustling and spying on us from the bushes?
Why are you following me?
Why are
The fuck?
what? No, why are you following me?
It blinks, staring at you a bit.
I blink, stare at him. I'm not. I came here because of my own accord. Why are you here?
Lying low.
From what?
To the side and somewhere far away. Corvus is dead.
Corvus? Who's Corvus?
Act one.
Is Corvus the short one that was with you?
The short one escaped though. We thought the big one was the one that died. Fascinating.
Well, I mean, he's right in front of me. Well, if you said anything, Mr. DM,
Yeah, I could hear
He
you.
said, yes. shakes his head a bit.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. What happened to him? How did he die? What's going on? Talk, Yellow Eyes.
Corvus must have tried to collect payment.
From who?
For what?
Keep talking, Yellow Eyes.
There to talk about. You are following me all the way, it seems.
He still thinks you're following him.
All right, I can assure you, Yellow Eyes, I'm not following you. And I don't think I could handle another one of our epic clock tower. So you can rest at ease that I'm not following you. All right, and I'm not working with whoever you were working with. Who is supposed to pay you after you attack? Pay you. Who killed Corvus when he went to collect payment?
Not sure.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, he
human?
dealt with all the business things for you, right? You dumbass.
Saw the one once. Robes. Very fancy.
The ropes, very
I-
We're all here, right?
Yeah.
An image of young Rictus.
Oh, many eyes.
Many colors hurt eyes.
Many
Is-
eyes?
Bling bling.
Many colors.
Bling,
bling.
So he does not look like he recognizes it.
No, it hurts him to look at the magic image you conjured.
No, he's saying he shakes his head at like the
Oh.
image. It hurts eyes. He's talking about the robes.
Ah, okay. So it's not this.
So much
Hmm.
smell, perfume.
Yeah,
Oh,
so Noble is
conjure
probably
one.
the captain.
Conjure one of Ulrich.
Yes.
I don't think so.
All right.
But maybe
We
try.
can try. We just keep trying until we.
I don't remember many colors.
Mask.
And maybe I forgot something.
What with a mask?
That mask.
Who wears a mask?
Can he draw the mask on the
What about the doctor? Have many colored robes?
No.
No, the doctor was fairly red and white.
Okay. Nope. Don't know anyone of that description.
Sadima?
He gives a
Yes.
description of something with many colored robes and heavy perfume, as well as some underlying sense that rubs the nose the wrong way. He talks about a mask that's like half white, half black, that makes you think theater of some kind.
Is it that noble guy?
No.
Does the noble guy wear robes?
He
It's a
did
noble for
wear perfume.
Yes.
The
But
Simon
does he
Cowell
wear
dude?
color powered? I mean,
Okay. Next question, Yellow Eyes. Where did Corvus go to collect his payment? Your payment.
Place with many bad smells, factories.
All right. So the Craftsman's District, or the Undercity.
No, I think if we're the Undercity, he would know. And how did he die?
The lizard man just stares at you.
He doesn't. Yeah, he probably doesn't know.
When did this happen?
Remember, days pass.
And why did you run here?
He looks up and around. You hear. Mind their own business, they do.
That's fair.
All right.
Many
Cannot
eyes though.
return home.
where is your
By home, by home you mean Undercity? You come from the Undercity, right?
looks around and it seems he's not used to conversation, even one of such length.
All right. I don't think there's much else for us to talk about. Yellow Eyes.
All right, we gained some information.
I take off my cloak that I was wearing over my fancy clothes and I pass it over to him. I don't know how you're alive or how your tail grew back, but it was a good. Here, you might need this to disguise yourself. I don't know if it fits. You're really huge, but take it. Gift.
Good fight.
Good fight. What do you say after good fight?
Long time since.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had that close of a call to. Well, take care of yourself, Yellow Eyes, and I'm not following you. And I leave him.
I guess we
Alright,
go
let's
back
go
to the
then.
carriage. And
Guys, by the way, that's Yellow Eyes. That's the guy I left at your doorstep that was supposed to be bloodied and dead.
he's
Looks like he got better.
Somehow.
Strange. It might
Evidently.
be those plague survivors from the lower
Yeah.
side.
He's definitely a mutant.
But I think they are not like illegal in the surface, right?
Let's see. The necromancers tend to not mind so much because like
It's nothing to
they
do
tend
with
to
like
fight
the
the
dead.
undead. But the
Yeah.
slavers absolutely hate seeing them around.
And if the plague doctors see them, they're gonna have a fit too, right? Because he looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
he has the plague.
Yeah.
Well, Fan doesn't really mind. Nothing to do with the undead. So
Alright.
nothing from him.
Off we go, comrades! To Farlow!
to Farlow.
Hang on, be
I
right back. That
might
sounds
have
fun.
to go now.
Yeah.
Sounds
we
like
can
a
end here if
good
you guys
place to
want.
stop.
Yep.
Yeah, we can call it now.
Wait, Farlow, don't be right back. We're stopping.
No, Farlow, come happy later.
Anything else to wrap
For
up before we stop?
Yeah, we can wrap up.
I think maybe Farlow wants to do stuff, but we're all good on our side, I think.
Farlow
I'll
wants
go through
to.
an exciting several hours of scribing as well.
He
Under
can,
the-
he
I
can
think
small
under the-
talk with
Look
what's
with
her
Kelly
face?
Path.
Oh, he can
Calipath
flirt
or-
with Kelly.
Oh my god, I want to see this
Okay.
happen.
I'll just say that Farlow was greeted with great suspicion at the door. Gives the note that Fenriloth gave, and then inside there, Yelana and Asher Fenders don't say a single word to him.
Awkward.
But he's spoken to Ashel Fendus before, I believe.
Asher
Yeah,
doesn't
he
have
was
any
with
good
that.
impression of him.
Pretty sure he doesn't. of
Now is
either
the
me or
time.
Farlow.
Now is the time to impress.
Now is the time, Farlow. Make
That's not in
friends.
his job scope.
Make friends with the blondie.
Pretty sure he made some remark about the old man before.
I think both of us made a
Ashel
lot of
Fenders,
remarks.
to follow Ashel Fenders is like a different person here. He's just stern and quiet.
He's totally not like how he was then.
Right.
He's also in his proper regalia.
So
Oh,
he's
shit.
he's all business now, guys. All business.
Business
Okay.
Ashel.
Is he paying attention to something else or what?
He and Milana are discussing a map which they are not allowing you to take a look at the moment. Calipath is like talking to the three skeletons.
Totally not
Talk to
making
Calipath.
any attention to father.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the
Calipath
freaking
occasionally
instead.
looks over and says, "Do you need help with that?"
Ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna give him like the what for Henry loudspeaker and tell him that I'm here for the animated scroll. We are gonna work on the
Okay.
soul in the opal.
Okay. You know how to read a scroll, right?
Yeah.
Yep, give me 6 hours and I'll get it done.
Okay. Hours is a very long time.
Yeah, it's a very icky
Tedious
stuff.
process.
Do you have anywhere that I can hang around? So I won't be in your
Grandmaster,
way.
why don't you help this young boy with the scrolls? Two of the skeletons sort of like moved by Farlow's side.
Are you gonna pick him up?
Roll for freak outness.
Calipat tells you, I told Grandma and Grandpa to help you get it in faster, sort of thing.
Carlo points to the grandma.
Skeletons look back at you. They are like gilded with gold and dressed up and everything. And if you put the mask over them, you might even be fooled briefly into thinking they were real people.
Oh god.
Oh.
To them as if
Telepath.
they were still alive.
Are they like your dolls or something?
Oh, they're not that young anymore, but that's very flattering of you to say so.
Oh god, jeez.
Anyway, do take care of them. Grandma, Grandpa, do help him.
Alright, Grandpa, Grandma. So let's get going to the scroll.
Right.
That's scribing.
Just sort of nimbly open up the scroll and start enters to you.
Dang.
Getting the ink ready when needed and so on and so forth.
Do I finish it faster?
So
Some helpful skill.
the purpose of this, for the purpose of this scribing, treat it as if you had the 7 type.
The what?
Treat it as if you were from the necromancy school for the time being.
Alright,
Oh,
so-
nice.
Faster copies.
Yeah. Half the time,
And
half
cheaper.
the cost.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yes.
You got help from Telepath value.
So that will just take me 3 hours. Cool.
Ooh.
Oh, we'll get
Okay.
back and then Farlow will be like, I'm done, guys. And we'll be like, wow.
Wow, bewilderment.
Ah,
So
Telepath.
smart, Farlow.
Telepath, more like psychopath.
That's what I was gonna say.
that's
But
rude.
but Kelly
You
Path did help.
rude.
She's more
Oh,
like
yeah, she
puppet
did help.
master.
She did help. I mean, grandpa, grandma, that's kind of.
But
I
that
don't
doesn't
know.
make her a psychopath. That just makes her
She's
a
just a
crazy
little
person.
bit more obsessive, you know. It's not like
Like a
She-
scary path.
She really cares about her
Skelly Path.
family. Skelly
she really
Path.
cares about her skeleton family, of course.
It reminds me of a Magic the Gathering card. It's like, most doctors give up when they're paid. Can I help it if I'm more compassionate?
Okay.
Oh god. Flavor text always better.
Lebu.
All right, are we ending the session then?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Especially when you all arrive together.
Okay. All right. Yay! Woo!
Nice.
Good
We
job.
got off info from
Thank you.
Stavik.
Oh god, Stevik was like a
Yeah,
gold
he was
mine.
dropping
Holy
knowledge bombs
shit.
for days.
He's like all knowledge.
Also, just like we can do this, like because I forgot to do it just now. You guys can consider that I talked to you about here's the forward payment from my wife for the investigation, just to get things running along faster, and then I pass Bub's 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Do we?
So you can just add that to your inventory now, so that I don't forget in the next session, which I will forget. So you should add it.
EA peeps earning all the months.
Yeah.
Does
And
it?
here I am missing my cloak of elven kind.
So the 50 gold goes into DA fund, or are we splitting it between the two of us?
It's up to you. I just
DA
pass it
fund
to
sounds good.
Okay, I'll open another account for the DA.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
you. Woo!
Okay.
God damn. Yeah,
Another
I didn't.
combatless session.
Yeah, I didn't. I almost shanked the shit out of Yellow Eyes.
I know.
He was like talk or fight. I'm like, what?
There's a talk option.
There's a
There's
choice.
a talk. I thought we were like sword enemies or something. All right.
No, this is
Because
like
you jumped in
Skyrim.
With a grapple, you didn't jump in with a stab.
Yeah. I jumped in with like.
He's like, do you mind?
That was funny. Do you mind?
Like what? What, do you mind here?
He's very casual about it. Like, do you mind?
Yeah, because he's overpowering me. I'm like hanging on his scaly body, and he's just like, "Excuse me, you're bothering me."
Can you get off my tail?
And
You're
he keeps
totally
thinking
in my
you're
way.
stalking him.
Are you stalking me?
Stalking
No.
Are you? Wait, but you are the one who's hitting the bushes.
So funny.
Fucking Yellow Eyes, man.
Oh
It's his
my
name. Like, I
God.
literally, in my notes, it's like, Lizard Man. Oh my god, it's Yellow Eyes. That's what I wrote.
Oh my god, it's yellow.
Because he started the description with like, Lizard Man, and then it's like, you feel cold. And I'm like, oh my god, I wrote Lizard Man, and then he described it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Yellow Eyes.
It's Clock
I
Tower Chicha.
realize Wizard needs to be very moneyed to get all these spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Farlow got a rake in the door.
Well, Farlow does have a lot of money.
Farm boy Farlow. Actually
Wait.
rich.
Do we all have a lot of money?
I
have-
don't.
Yeah, you do. You have like 500.
with bubbles.
Well,
That's what I was trying to ask you.
I have 1,500 gold locked away in a jail cell somewhere in the form of a cloak. Pretty sad, but still.
What
But I
about
can't
the DA
access.
peeps? I think the DA peeps are also. I think we are all quite money.
Yeah, we are quite. Wait, DA
I've got
has
a fair
50.
chunk of cash.
I forgot how much I have.
My personal cash stack is pretty large because I didn't buy any magic items. At the
I only
start.
have 250
Ooh.
I got 500 in Bubs's.
because I
wallet.
have the bag of holding.
You know, do you actually know why I gave you the 500?
You said hold on to it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like my ulterior motive to make you hold on to that was that if I ever got caught or knocked out or if I do something crazy and I get like, I don't know, abused or something, like someone doesn't steal my money.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious.
So if you die, it goes to your next role character.
There you go.
So if he dies,
Meta
it goes
gaming.
into DA. It's like, well, it's DA's money now.
Oh.
Hmm.
Then she casually puts it in the DA account.
Oh shit. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to make my notes more detailed now because of like the whole.
Yeah.
I didn't write all the details about the Genilian talk, so I'm like writing everything down.
Yeah,
It's in the video, but I haven't watched it yet.
But the thing is, video is a bit hard to sift through for info.
Yeah.
So you
Somebody
have it in notes.
somebody needs to put like the time
Wait, do
thingy.
you guys update the shared documents?
No, I didn't. I'll update it
I
with
have
my.
not.
If you want to go and get mine, like I have my Google Docs still posted, I think.
I think you guys can just like paste the info into the shared doc.
Banyak doh.
Yeah, just paste it in the appropriate section because we have outline. We can just click on it.
Can I like take a picture of my notebook and then like paste picture?
Is your font
You can,
legible?
Um,
I
Is
want
your
to
if you're
handwriting
asking if you're asking if my handwriting's good, it's bad.
Type it out.
Okay, wait, I forgot we have to say goodbye to everyone.
You haven't
yeah.
done that.
Oh wait, what?
Okay, bye
Get
everyone.
Get out of here!
Good night. Go to
Get
sleep,
outta here.
people.
See ya.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Get
watching.
out of here!